Hello folks, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, whatever the case may be. Oh, don't look, don't look, don't look. This is my chaos mouthy woman. But I'm not working on that one right now. My daughter, my wonderful, lovely daughter, Wolfie, randomly picked this crazy little bird. So I'm gonna work on it in this video. So bear with me. I just got up a few minutes ago and I need to find containers to store these in. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, I'll have to figure out some sort of setup for holding these containers, because my tray bricks, because I love them. Okay, so there's ours, there's N. Let's see, P, letter P. Yeah, there's the letter P. This one's got a lot of colors. All right, so B, H, and J. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I just recently woke up. Okay, so K. And, oh, okay, I got the letter B. All right, let's see here. We've got 4, number 4, and 5, 8, and 9. Oh, and that's number 2. All right, I think that's all. Yeah, I think that's all of them. I do, yes. I can't wait to get more of these. I am so looking forward to getting more of these. But I've got other things that that are a higher priority right now, like my van, which I just got off the phone with my mechanic, and he yesterday he went and he took the alternator out of my van yesterday, and it's not the same as the one that the other guy had pulled. Because yeah, I can't afford a new one right now, so I'm getting a secondhand one put in. So the guy that my mechanic is getting it off of has the proper one, so he's gonna be getting that one out. Apparently Montanas have use the same alternators as Chevy Astros. Yeah. Don't mind me sipping my coffee. Yeah. Num num num. Okay, so well, since it's at the top, I'm gonna start taking these dryer sheets out, because it looks like I don't really need them anymore. So this is the number 2. So yeah, yesterday I rode my bike over to my dad's and picked up a bag of vegetables. It turned out that there was also some peaches in there too. Yeah. But yeah, my dad had called earlier yesterday, and he's like, yeah, he's going through a bad case of shingles right now, and don't mind the loud voice in the background. We know, if you've been around long enough, you know that's just my sweet child Wolfie. And yeah, she most likely can't hear me because she's got her headphones on. And the door's closed, so anyways, yeah, so he's going through a bout of shingles again. And this time his right eye is all swollen. And so he's not able to drive right now. So I rode my bike over there last night and had a nice little visit with him. Yep, we had a nice little visit. No yelling, no swearing, just a nice conversation. And he showed me, Chevy, their puppy dog Chevy, is doing a lot better. He's noticeably lost weight. And he's a lot more active again and looking good. And yeah, so that was nice to see. Because the last time I had seen him before that, he was barely able to get around. And to go up and down stairs, he needed help. Badly needed help. Like, he couldn't actually properly go up and down stairs. They were having to have a they were using a towel around his hips to help him up and down the stairs. Well, to help him up the stairs. He was walking like he was an 80-year-old man, basically. That poor puppy dog. But yeah, yesterday he was running all over the place, up and down the stairs, not a problem. Yeah. But he was so excited, he gave me a little nip on the arm. Yeah, but that's okay. Not a big deal. It didn't hurt for very long. Just for a few minutes. And then the mark eventually showed up. But oh yeah, I should back up my story a bit before I even got out there. Sip of coffee. I went to go on and hop on my bike. I pulled my bike out and I checked the tires. They were both flat. Darn it. Yes, they were both flat. So I came inside to get my my little air compressor. And as I'm hunting for it, it's like, oh crap, it's in the van. Yeah, you know where the van is. It's at either the auto shop or at my mechanics. I didn't know which place. So it's like, okay, fine. I'll just walk my bike to my dad's and use his air compressor. And then my neighbor in number 6, he, I saw him coming home. He arrived home on his bike. So I quickly walked over there and I'm like, excuse me, do you have a bike pump that I could possibly borrow? And he's like, yeah, sure, not a problem. And so he goes and he pulls it out and introduces himself and his girlfriend. And I say hi to both of them and introduce myself. And I'm like, and I know they've got a couple of dogs. And while he was airing up my tires, I asked, I'm like, yeah, I don't get out very much. And like, yeah, I introduced myself and I'm like, yeah, I even told them like I've got a YouTube channel, gave them the name, and her like, oh, that's so cool, and what do you do on your channel? And I'm like, oh, I do knitting and crocheting and diamond painting and cross stitch, but mostly diamond painting and cross stitch. And they had a couple little blankets, crocheted Afghans out there, and I pointed to them and I'm like, yeah, I do things like that and that, and they're like, oh, that's so cool. And yeah, yeah, they've been here longer than me. I don't know how much longer, but they've been here longer than me. And they're really nice and polite. And I asked about their dogs, and I'm like, well, yeah, if you ever need extra doggy bags, let me know, because I have lots from when I used to have my cat. Even though there is a thing hanging on the end, there's a privacy fence along here. And at the end of the privacy fence, there's a doggy bag holder thingy hanging, and it's got doggy bags in it, but because for the people around here with dogs, and like in case it ends up empty, because I don't go out there very often, because I don't go outside very often, I don't know if it's empty. So yeah. But like, I offered to them, and I said, like, yeah, I've got lots. And I told them that, yeah, I have to go over to my dad's because he's got some fruit, some vegetables for me. And then I left, biked over to my dad's, and on the way to my dad's, so the house where this fifth wheel was parked with a for sale sign across is along the way to my dad's place. Well, across the street from that house, there's the house across the street. They had a for sale. They had a free sign outside by the road, and a few little kitchen items on the ground there. So, and I'm like, oh, there's some interesting looking things there. So I'll take a look on my way back. And I was trying to shoot you. Yeah, I ended up with a teapot and a little glass dish with a couple of cherubs on the underside. But anyways, I biked all the way to my dad's. Didn't stop once. So that just shows that I am doing better. I am doing better, considering that first few times riding my bike to my dad's, oh my goodness, I had to stop. I would have to stop and rest. Yeah. But no, I rode my bike all the way there nonstop. And but I gotta look at the brakes. The brake, the right hand brake isn't working. Like, it won't, I can't squeeze it. So I'll have to look at that at some point. But yeah, so anyways, I get to my dad's, and he didn't even hear me pull up because the dog was in the back with my bonus mom. She was in the backyard gardening. So yeah, my dad comes out, and we get to talking, and he goes and he shows me pictures. My sister had sent him some pictures of the little patio deal that she's got going on at her place, which is awesome. Awesome. She's really making that place look good. And then he and I, and then we went into the house, and I helped him transfer all the pictures from his phone to the computer, and we talked while that was getting done about I can't really remember at the moment, but yeah, we had a really nice talk. He a couple of months back, he had he had a sore on the top of his head, like a little lump on the top of his head. And he tried to make an appointment to get in to see his doctor. And he couldn't get in to see his doctor, and he couldn't get in to see any other of the doctors that he prefers, because apparently they're all now private practice, and yeah. Which is weird, because they're in my hometown, and my hometown, they've never done like they've never had like private practices there before. It was all like there's a walk-in, there's a clinic, and then there's the hospital, and then like at the clinic there's a walk-in doctor, and so like you make appointments to see your doctor, and if you have like an emergency that's not urgent enough to require going to the hospital, then you go into the clinic and you see the walk-in doctor. Yeah. But apparently now they're doing private practice, where certain doctors, yeah, they apparently, I think it just means that they don't do walk-ins. They only see their regular patients, and that's it. Yeah, so my dad decided he was going to go to the walk-in clinic here in town and just see one of the doctors there, and I guess he just never did. Well, anyways, the little lump on his head, it formed a scab. It was like really gross. But anyways, it just fell off just a few days ago. The scab just fell off, and there just wasn't really anything underneath it. Yeah, kind of gross, but at least it was, yeah, he did see a doctor about it, and they took a biopsy to make sure that it's not cancerous. Yeah, so, but it really sucks. This is the second time my dad's has had shingles. The first time he had it, he didn't know what was wrong with him, and he had it for a couple of weeks before he finally went in to see a doctor about it. This time though, he went in pretty quickly, because all of a sudden now he can't see out of his right eye because it's all swollen, and yeah, so the doctor's got him on a whole bunch of different medications for it. Yeah. So yeah, he took me for a walk around the yard and to show me the garden and all the flowers, and oh my goodness, I should have taken my phone with me and taken pictures to show you guys, because oh my god, they have, oh my, yeah, it's beautiful there. Yeah, they took a $5,000 piece of crap trailer and turned it into a $400,000 to $500,000 piece of beauty. Yeah. They have invested a lot of time and money into that place. He recently built, I refer to it as a she shed, he built a little garden shed for my bonus mom, for all of her gardening tools and whatnot. And yeah, it looks really good. It looks really very, very well built. And he's like, yeah, for someone who's never done carpentry in their life. I'm like, we had a little talk about that. Because, well, his upbringing, he grew up in a little tiny town. And his dad, he watched his dad do carpentry, do woodworking and stuff, and he watched and he learned, and he retained all of what he learned from watching his dad. And he's done little projects here and there, like when the first house that I remember growing up in, he actually built a round brick barbecue. That thing was, I loved that barbecue. But being made of brick, and just the little red bricks, right? Just the little red bricks. But it was a round barbecue. And it worked really good too. But because of the weight of it, when he sold the house, it was included. It stayed with the house. And I actually really hope that it's still there. Yeah. Because it was very well built. Very well built. He did work in the basement of that house as well. When we were little, we helped with painting the walls in the basement. Yeah. And then the house that he bought after that was a half duplex. And he built, because it had like 2 bedrooms upstairs and 1 bedroom downstairs. My mom and dad had one of the bedrooms upstairs. I had the other one. And so my brother and sister, they shared the bedroom downstairs because it was a really big bedroom, until my dad built, he sectioned off a part of the basement, and he just built a wall with a door, and that was my brother's bedroom. And he also built a closet for my brother, for in there. And then when we got older, when we got older, we ended up, like, when my dad was, my dad and my stepmom's son came to live with us for a while. My brother and I, we traded bedrooms. So the 2 boys had the bedroom upstairs, and I got my brother's bedroom downstairs. And I loved it because it was at the other end of the house from all the other bedrooms. And I had more freedom with my music, because my stepmom was always complained if I was playing music in my room. She always complained about being able to hear it, and would always tell me to turn it down. And it's like, yeah. But, oh, there it is. Anyways, I digress. I'm like going off topic here. Anyways, oh, I missed a bee. Okay. So, anyways, the garden looks beautiful. The yard looks beautiful. Flowers everywhere. And, and then we ended up around at the front of the house. And, there, I kid you not, a slug, those creepy, slimy things. There was this, I kid you not, that sucker is this long, and about this big around. Slug. I've never seen a slug that size in my life. And my dad said he's never seen one that big either in his life. Yeah. So, yeah. It was in the yard. Yeah, so my dad, he used some clumps of grass, cut grass, because he cut the lawn yesterday using the riding lawnmower. And yeah, he picked the slug up with those clumps of grass and tossed it over the fence. But yeah, we chatted for a bit longer right there in the front there, and I asked him, well, like, when the time comes for when you finally pass, are you prepared? And he's like, no. I'm like, well, you should get prepared. And yeah, we had that mortality talk. Yeah. Well, I just want to make sure that when he does pass, that my bonus mom is taken care of. And my dad said that basically all of his stuff will be divided between my sister and I, because my brother does not want to have anything to do with our dad. And it's like, okay, not a problem. He said that most likely I will be the executor of his estate, because he doesn't think my bonus mom would want to take on that burden. And I'm like, yeah, not a problem. He said, like, the three of us are going to have to sit down one day and go over everything. He said he wants to be cremated and some of his ashes sprinkled around my mom's headstone, and the rest of his ashes just sprinkled on the mountainside. It's like, okay.
So he said, nice little everyone.
He doesn't think my bonus mom will want to keep any of his ashes, and he doesn't think my sister or myself will want any. But I do. Some people might find it morbid, but no, I don't care. My dad has always been there for me, no matter what I've put him through, and I've put him through a lot. He's gone through a lot in his life, and no matter what, he's always been there for me. And I've needed his help and support more than my brother or my sister ever did. And I'm very thankful and grateful for the fact that he's always been there for me. No matter what. Even if he does judge and criticize me over certain things, at the end of the day, he's still my father. He is still one half of the two people that created my life, created me. And I will always do whatever I can to help him out. I wish there was more that I could do for him. Yeah, I do wish that there was more that I could do for him, because I know what he's been through. I know what he's gone through. And the only reason I know is because he's told me. He's always been very comfortable talking with me, and him and I having conversations about anything and everything. And I do mean everything. Yeah. Yes, I know about my dad's sex life. Because I've always been very comfortable and easy to talk with, and I don't, I don't judge. I don't criticize. And like yesterday, while we were talking, and he was saying, like, I'm like, well, Like, I'm like, so your funeral, casket or cremation? He's like, cremation. Which I totally get. I totally understand. Cremation is cheaper. So yeah, basically, because he's only got one surviving sibling. His younger sister is the only one still around of his siblings. Both of his parents are gone. He's got lots of nephews and nieces. Lots of nephews and nieces. And lots of cousins. Well, not as many as he used to. But anyways. Yeah. And then after coming home, I asked Wolfie last night. I'm like, do I sometimes come off as cold and uncaring? She's like, no. And I'm like, well, sometimes it feels like that to me. I feel like I might be coming off as cold and uncaring and indifferent and that kind of stuff because of how I approach situations and, excuse me, how I talk about stuff. At times I can seem cold and indifferent. At least that's how I feel. And I don't want people to think of me like that, because, well, I'm not that way. I just am. I just feel that way at times, I guess. Oh, goodness, whatever. Anyways. There we go. Isn't he so cute? All done. I'll put him with the other finished birdies. So let's see how many we've got left to go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 to go. Woo-hoo-hoo. And we're on the 19th of August. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to do these more often. Yep. Gotta do them more often. Alright. Anyways, all done with that. And so we are gonna go. I'm gonna go and I will see you. Oh. I just realized. Anyways, I'm gonna go and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.